Can't believe I didn't include this. Thank you for this comment. This prick got a pay rise on the same day that people lost their penalty rates. The same flippin' day. Good morning, John. You must be new here. Well, you see, I'm a wall and floor tiler, so I've got my skills, don't you worry. And now I find it very interesting that you decided to comment this on a TikTok about penalty rates and how they've been cut. Now you see, with me being a tiler, penalty rates doesn't impact me directly, but impacts many of other people. And since I'm fortunate enough to have some downtime, and many of people who had penalty rates now have to spend more of their time working for the same amount of money they once used to earn, I felt like I should take it upon myself to at least spread awareness of the situation and contact members of Parliament to ask them as to why they thought that was a good decision. And why they said they did it to make more jobs. It didn't work out that way. And now I know you're not telling me that you think people that work in retail are unskilled or hospitality are unskilled. And I certainly know you're not trying to say that people that work in pharmacies are unskilled because they all had penalty rates. Bow, incorrect, sir. And now you see, anyone can do a Google search, and the results will confirm what I said originally. And now you see, this is the first result for the search. Did it work? No, it didn't. And now let's just think about this for a moment. If it was too costly to hire people and stay open during a public holiday, like you said, then the government probably should have just stuck with keeping penalty rates instead of this idea that didn't even work because, quick math for you, hiring an entire other person will cost more than adding a percentage to an existing employee's income. And what do you know? The bullshit you said is incorrect and the bullshit the government said is incorrect. I just want hard-working Australians to earn more. John, the minimum wage increases by that much, like, every time. It's probably gone up another, 2% recently. I'm not sure how recently. Should we have a look? Oh, look at that. 2.5% 16 hours ago. Can you see that the thing that they said was going to be the exchange for what people had to sacrifice never actually came to be, but people still got what was already coming? That's what you're saying. Now, John, you might want to sit down for the next part, alright? Now you see, they have to pair gonna cut penalty rates with shit like gonna make more jobs though, because you can't just sell us the cuts. It's quite simple to understand because they're not just going to straight up say, we're going to cut your pay so your employer can have more money. So I think I'll keep bitching, because you probably know someone who's a victim of wage theft. Is calling out corruption a skill? And contact members of Parliament to ask them as to why they thought that was a good decision. And why they said they did it to make more jobs. It didn't work out that way. Now you see, those articles were to show people that they could go do some reading for themselves, and also because I didn't really expect everyone to take my word on the conversations I've had with politicians about this topic. Oh, and thank you, by the way, John. This has been a good exercise for the way I like to dissect propaganda. You know, with the first layer being as if politicians actually meant what they said, and then going down to the next layer where it's obviously bullshit. So yeah. I do find it a bit bizarre that you want to argue this with me. So, Australian people had to make a sacrifice. Never got out into the deal. But it's okay because the minimum wage increased as it was going to anyway, so I should stop bitching and pharmacists should just get more skills. John, we're on to day 2. Day 2. Look, I really want to help you. I really want to help you understand what's going on here because obviously you are really, really struggling. First of all, how many workplaces, that would have penalty rates are letting the employees choose when they work? So you've now come over here with both, they're going to close down because they can't afford to pay them, and also, well, people choose to work those days, so it's on them. I bring that up because I have to remind you that this started because I was pointing out that they promised there'll be an increase in jobs for people sacrificing their penalty rates, and that was bullshit. And furthermore, this is coming from pointing out an article that says the cuts come on the same day as politicians getting a pay rise. Now, you see, John, I don't see this as feeding the trolls, because it's like half of you wants to have a real conversation, but the other half just won't admit you're wrong. That's all.